not the IRS and we're not the VA. We're very much different than those federal employees who've lost their CBAs. If Duffy wanted to decertify NACA and rip up the CBA, it would have been done by now. It has not been done because at some level, he recognizes our staffing issues and sagging morale. Most importantly, he recognizes the huge impact that aviation has on the economy in the US and the world. We have leverage. We need NACA to get loud on social media and news, and whom anyone will listen that the system is fundamentally broken, controllers are burnt out. We need NACA to get tough and stop waiting for everything to be perfect to fight for its members. So I think, there's not a question mark in this whole thing, but I think there's opportunity here to talk about the CBA and why we're where we're at right now.
Well, one is I think probably the IRS and all those others would say, well, we are important and we're special too. So I don't want to shit on any of our, brothers and sisters that are out there. Yes, our career field is unique. We have members that we represent that are aviation safety professionals as well, TMCs, staff support specialists, engineers, architects, the list goes on. And yes, in aviation, all of those things coalesce to ensure that a controller can deliver a life-saving clearance day in and day out. And there is a lot of weight to that. Now, him getting rid of us versus what is, well, we also can't step on a landmine along the way. So we have to keep that in mind, is this administration does not, wait for like, oh, let me see what you meant to say or what we thought you said. If they are put in a bad light or otherwise, they quite often steamroll the process if they don't like something. Doesn't mean we have to be scared. It just means we have to be disciplined in our messaging, not bark at every car that goes by. And yes, advocate for our members. It's why when you heard, it was, I forget who was talking earlier, you saw us everywhere. You saw us on all the media, different outlets and otherwise. And it may have not been the message that you thought was important to you, but it was one that resulted in a $12.5 billion investment. And it's important when the Secretary of Transportation says they are partnering with this union in order to bring the changes they need. And then they'll have their politics associated with it and why they believe it to be important. But ultimately, it's about the membership, the recruitment, the retention, the creating the opportunities while protecting the very rights that we have fought for over 35 years to get to this point today, and then see, can we capitalize on it and move it? So I don't want to bank on that everybody just sees us as great, everybody is good, we're all safe, we can look around and then be haphazard about how we do it. We are tough on it, we'll continue to advocate for it, but we need to face the realities that exist. An executive order that does give the president, or gives the Secretary of Transportation from the President of the United States the ability to decertify us. That's real. You don't get to avoid that. You don't get to act like, we'll set that aside and then create a new reality. That's the reality. Also, that the executive orders are in place that strip us of our ability to negotiate permissive subjects of bargaining, and that give us, put us in a position that where we lose collaboration and the ability to once again go back to where I started, which was just lob grenades at each other. No, nothing really got gained, nothing changed, in the hopes of like, all right, we get a shot at negotiating pay. If we can move it other ways, keep the contract articles that we have, or decide if we want to give them away instead of them being taken from us, that is something that we should possess and control. So I'm not leaving it on hopes and dreams and, a narrative of that he would have done it. I think it would be derelict of me to say, all right, now we'll just do whatever we want and not face that reality and not be honest with our members that is something that weighs on people's minds, that weighs on their decisions, that we had people that left because this administration came out and first said the solution to the staffing problem is keep you all past age 56. And we worked with them and partnered with them to say there are better ideas and better solutions to do so. And that is the importance of having a voice in it, standing up for it, and why when 7 days earlier, before signing the recruitment retention MOU, that was the reality of what they were moving towards and saying, let's see what this yields in the results. And I was asked the question, and I'm going to pivot into this real quick, by